his crimes, right?
Okay.
Because people who are serial killers, they don't necessarily have like the cleanest record, right?
Yeah.
So he was arrested for multiple like small things, DWI, driving without a license, things like that. But when he got caught, he admitted to a rape in 1996, right? But the woman was never identified. So he had a history essentially, right?
Okay.
The reason why I picked Israel Keys is not because of the crime that got him caught. It's how he committed his murders. The man was so meticulous. The way that he committed these crimes and how he went about doing it was insane. Okay, so unlike other serial killers, for example, Ted Bundy, he killed women who were brunette only and only wore their hair in a middle part. Right? John Wayne Gacy used to.
Dress up as a clown.
He used to dress up as a clown and target small young boys in the Chicago area.
Yeah.
Most serial killers and most murderers have a specific target. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This guy had no target. Everybody was free game, and that's what makes it so scary. He didn't kill people because, Hamza, you have brown eyes, and Lukman, you're wearing a blue hat. It's not that. He killed people just for opportunity. He killed people based on location, and if he could get away with it.
You know how difficult that is for detectives and so on and so forth to try and piece things together if the killings are random.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's no pattern.
Not only did he have no like real modus operandi, like any means of operation, he used to cross state lines. Okay, so here he used to go to great lengths to kill people. Wow. I'll give you an example. Okay,
It's a sport.
it's a sport for him. Killing was a sport, and that's what he enjoyed.
Yeah.
So basically,
Yo, this guy's the same free game, wallahi.
it's
Yeah.
free game.
Free game.
It's
I wanna
good,
know
right?
What happens next?
Okay,
Yeah, me
guys,
too.
listen.
Yeah.
Okay, get this, okay? This is an example of how insane he was. This guy, he flew from Alaska to Chicago, got a rental car, right? Paid in cash, drove 1,000 miles to Essex, Vermont, just to kill 2 people, right? But get this, here's the gag. He was in Vermont 2 years prior. He buried a kill kit in the middle of the woods that had all his...
What's a kill kit?
This is a kill kit. He had a box.
Like we know this. I have it in my car.
Yo, bro, I'm getting goosebumps, man.
What the?
It's like a first aid kit for a nut case. Okay. So basically, this kill kit included rope. It included tape. It included zip ties. It included an unregistered gun. Things like that to commit a murder that would never get traced back to him, right? Because if you go into a store and you buy those things all at once, you're kind of suspicious.
For sure.
Yeah.
People are gonna be like, "What are you doing?" Right?
Yeah.
Right.
So he thought about this 2 years in advance. So he literally got a box filled it with all these materials, buried it in the dirt in the middle of the woods, just to come back to it 2 years later to kill 2 people. Right?
Yeah,
Here's-
bro, the patience.
Dedication.
He was dedicated. Okay.
Jeez.
So anyway, another thing, he only used cash on his kill trips, right? He never wanted to be caught. He was super like strict on that. And the fact that he only used cash would be one of the reasons why he gets caught in the end. But we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. So example, he killed those 2 people in Vermont. It was a couple. He bound them, he gagged them, he shot the husband in the head, and then he raped and strangled the wife. And to this day, in 2020, people still don't know where their bodies are buried.
Oh wow. So
Was
he
it in the
wasn't
state?
charged with those then.
What he did was he took them, he had 10 acres of land that he owned in New York. So he drove up to New York, and it's still yet to be determined if he buried them on his land or elsewhere. But his one thing that he always did was he always crossed state lines, always.
But
you know?
if no one knows where they're buried, how do they know how he killed them?
Because when he got caught, he
Confessed?
he didn't confess. He gave little details, bits and pieces.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was one of those people where he really liked to be in control. If you look at some of the interview tapes of them interviewing him and asking him questions, he just gives just a little bit at a time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? To keep you coming back for more, keep you guessing.
Is he
A
still
lot of-
alive, by the way?
We'll get there.
Oh.
We'll get there.
Whoa.
Because some serial killers do that where, they're kind of proud of their work and they want to kind of show off a little bit, but they don't want to give you too much. Like Ed Kemper is
Kemper,
one
the co-ed
who-
killer. Mhm.
The co-ed killer where this guy had a ridiculously high IQ, you know?
Yeah.
Like an IQ of like 145.
He was a genius.
He's 6'9". So just imagine someone taller than Hamza and like 100 pounds heavier.
Yo, I'm
The
short,
show-
bro. People don't know that.
Yeah.
The show Mindhunter.
You know what, Jab?
makes-
And smarter.
that was.
Yo, I
I didn't even catch that.
Yo, Anissa, what do you got on me, man?
Listen, I'm shook, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I'm shook.
Yeah.
You wanna know how much I weigh?
No.
That's
Wait.
It's too late.
Wait, I missed it.
The
You
joke
guys,
passed.
Let's reel this back.
Yes,
in.
let's get
Okay,
back.
we're-
Let's
No,
get
wait,
back.
can you stop there? Because your shit is way better than mine.
Yeah.
God damn, bro. You should have went last. Golly.
All right, carry on.
IG and Luqman, no pressure.
There's so much for you guys
I'll forfeit mine.
to live up to.
Okay.
So out of it.